2023 wasn't a good year for the Carolina Panthers, but I'm trying to make 2024 a better one for myself. Get started on your resolutions with Factor so you're ready for the new year. Factor's ready-to-eat meal delivery takes the stress out of meal planning and sets you up for success in the new year. Skip the grocery stores, prep work, and cooking fatigue. Instead, get chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals delivered right to your door. With over 35 meals to choose from per week, including keto options, calorie smart, vegan plus veggie, and more, plus over 55 weekly add-ons, you'll have a ton of nutritious and flavorful options to kickstart your resolutions. Skip that overpriced takeout trap. Factor is cheaper and way more delicious than takeout. Get chef-crafted, restaurant-quality meals delivered right to your door, and they're ready to heat and eat in just 2 minutes, which means more time for you. Head to factormeals.com/C350 and use the promo code C350 to get 50% off. That's code C350 at factormeals.com/C350 to get 50% off.
Looking for a fun way to win up to 25 times your money this basketball season? Test your skills on Prize Picks, the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projected stats, and place your entry. You could turn $10 into $250. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/fan and use code FAN. That's code FAN at prizepicks.com/fan.
Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
In a world where Carolina Panthers fans have an insatiable thirst for Panthers news and opinions, only one podcast roars ferociously. It's the C3 Panthers Podcast.
Yo, yo, yo. I wish I could be excited. I can't hear it in somebody's background. I wish I could be excited. Kind of like I was excited about to hear reverb in my earballs. I'm not excited about anything right now. My name's Tony Dunn. It's the C3 Panthers podcast. It's the post-game show. The Panthers are 2 games into the season on a short week, and they get mugged. They get straight mugged by Cam Newton in the damn game tonight, guys. I am rowdy. I hate to tell you. But here, we're chopping it up tonight. Cody Lashney is here. Greg Schlager is here. We got CK. We got the whole house here. Cody, you got to be just, I don't know. What do you say right now? That's what.
Look,
I press it again.
I'm almost numb to it, to be honest. For someone that gets called a Cam Newton super defender, that was the worst game I have ever seen Cameron Newton ever play.
Yeah, period. Back to his childhood.
And listen, I'll say this: Ron Rivera and Norv Turner need to be fired. Tomorrow.
No. All right.
There is no difference between Norv Turner and Mike Shula.
Oh, no. All right.
Hey, listen,
Cody is.
Hold up. The chat room is lit up.
Yeah.
We have all the normals. Carlton Cohen, front 7 best in the game. Joe Riolano in the chat room. I know you all need to vent. We need to do the same thing. Let's do it together. I'm ready to roll.
Yeah. Greg, the Cameron Newton was god awful, but Greg, tell me where they can follow you on Twitter.
You can find me on Twitter at the Bat8052. I have another show at SCS Podcast 1. Contact me there.
Greg, how bad was tonight for you?
Tonight was terrible. I have to agree. It's probably one of the worst games I've seen from Cam Newton.
One.
I'm a Cam.
Name one more. Name a worse one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This was the worst. This was the worst.
But Cam is, he did it for us this game. Joey's talking in the chat, talking about how he doesn't understand how we did not run Cam Newton on 4th and half a yard.
Same.
Goal line. And I agree with him, man. Even though he's had a bad game, my God, and I got to say, though, Cody, I can't agree with you with the play calling because I feel like a lot of these plays
We're fine.
Would have been first
They
down,
were
had there
fine.
been good throws.
It was a little bit of both of them, but at the end of that game, you called the dumbest shit in the world.
Okay, I'll give you that.
On 4th and 1.
Yeah, I'll give you that right there. Yeah.
They know that Christian is going to run the football.
Bro, I had already called the Uber. I called the Uber after we didn't convert. All right, anyway. Here, let's get it. Hold on. Here, anyway, you're listening to the C3 Panthers podcast, and we also have CK, our brother here tonight. CK, I'm sorry, we're all out of control. We're ready to jump into this, but you know it's terrible, isn't it?
Tony, turn down your microphone just a smidge. You're blowing out everyone's ears in the chat room. So
Holy cow. It's always been too low.
Well,
and now,
can you guys hear me pretty well?
Yeah, we hear you, man.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So Cody, give us your assessment, man. It's okay.
I mean, I don't really know if there's much different. I mean, I was saying it in my reactions on Twitter. I think our special teams, aside from early in the game, they recovered very well. I think that our defense played to the best of their ability based on the fact that they were on the field every other play. It felt disheartening, and it almost felt like, your heart was ripped out because you had so much hope for what this offense could be, and all of a sudden you see that there is bigger holes than we realized. Starting with Darrell Williams. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and blame the game on him, but I mean, that was like one of the most abysmal offensive tackle jobs. I mean,
he was terrible. He was awful.
Yeah.
Don't ever say that again, by the way, CK.
I hope I never have to.
But I'd rather have Khalil. First, check my mic settings now, guys, because I've tried to turn it on.
I hear it sounds much better, at least for me.
Yeah, same here.
Well, why didn't you say something earlier, jerk ass?
So I also wanted to say, I deserve. Listen. I'm not trying to give myself more credit than I deserve, but damn it, I called Darrell Williams is not a left tackle. I said I did not trust the left side of the offensive line, and Darrell Williams is terrible. He didn't really even play that well at right tackle. They just had a tight end helping him block all the time. And what was the guy's name that got
Barrett?
Barrett, Shaq Barrett.
Yeah.
Dude, Darrell Williams. That guy owes Darrell Williams the next 50% of whatever contract he's going to earn off of tonight's football game.
Yeah,
that's how embarrassing it was.
Well, I don't understand is that one. So he'd already gotten 3 sacks, right? Some of them were just horrible. But I mean, to your point, Cody, with the play calling, how do you let that guy go unblocked to the quarterback there to impact the play? I mean, luckily he didn't get the sack, but he impacted the throw. I mean, how do you let that happen?
And all the pressures they had, on top of the sacks.
Guys, hold on. I gotta interrupt. Is my mic like busting your earlobes? Because I hope it is. I don't give a fuck about.
You're a little bit loud to me, but I don't know what everyone else.
All right, I'll
chat room. Give us a.
I'll turn it down some more. Hey, by the way, for 20 years we've had bad microphone settings from me, and I think I found a buried setting. Anyway, guys, why are we talking about the offensive line? Why are we talking about anything? Cam Newton. No. Cam Newton was atrocious.
No.
He was atrocious. And what I'm telling you about this is that if you want to say he threw it high, okay. You want to say he threw it low? All right. You want to say he threw it in the fucking stands? Yup. It was all over the place. It was the most erratic shit I have ever seen in my entire life. And I'm going to tell you this, for someone who is like on the point of being Cameron Newton gay, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm ready. I'm real close to becoming gay for Cam Newton. That don't make me want to get on my. You know what I'm saying? It was so bad. Like it was. I am starting. What did I ask you guys in the last show? What it would take for us to start to, for the most adamant of Cam Newton fans, supporters, defenders. Is it this? Who said that?
It's CK.
Oh God, CK. I feel so terrible. It makes me so sad.
I know. I was in a group chat, and a bunch of guys wanted to just talk bad crap about Cam. And for the first quarter, I was defending him. I'm like, oh yeah, no, he's gonna bounce back, and then it kept on happening. It's kind of like reminds me of a situation like when you have Devin Funchess on the team when he had 3 drops, and you keep on going back to him. Why did we keep on throwing the ball down the field? It clearly wasn't working. It was 1 in maybe 5 that he was actually connecting on, and then you let Christian McCaffrey just never get the touches there for 2 quarters.
You know what happened was Cam let it get in his head that people were talking about him not being able to pass the ball down the field.
And I said that happened. I told the boys that were trash talking me. I'm like, dude got it in his head because he's thinking media's got him thinking I need to come out and prove I have an arm that can. I'm not just a game manager quarterback anymore.
Right. And honestly, like this is one of the first games that I've had where instead of being on offense, I felt confident that we could go down and score. I was to the point where we got on offense that I was waiting for it to be over so that way our defense could grab the ball and try maybe get a pick 6 or score on a scoop and score, you know? Like that's the point I was at in this game.
Our defense was fine.
Our
defense was fine.
And our offense scoring a touchdown. It was terrible.
Our defense was fine tonight.
Our defense played lights out. I mean, cheers to him, man.
Well, I mean, I won't say lights out.
Luke,
You can't sit there and blame the defense.
I'm not blaming the defense for anything. I'm just saying they weren't lights out. I'm telling you this, it doesn't matter. If they play lights out, it doesn't matter what Cam Newton does because he sucked a D, guys. Yeah. It was so bad. It was the worst I've ever seen of anything.
Yeah.
It looked like we had fucking the dude from the Dolphins.
But this is the differentiation that needs to be made. All the throws that we saw Cam Newton miss, we have seen him make 1,000,000 fucking times.
Right.
1,000,000 times.
Right.
So what's going on that we don't know about? What's in his head? Is it in the shoulder?
It's a new motion.
No. In the new motion, it's not in his lack of juju, brother. He has no juju. He's he's like a cuck all of a sudden.
I don't know what it is.
He went from being the alpha to a cuckold.
There might be something to the notion of Cam Newton trying to fix too much.
Right.
And in the process, now he's a worse version of himself trying to be a better version of himself.
Well, that's interesting.
And I think the fact that now that he's a vegan, not eating meat no more, I do think he's afraid to run.
We giving him the Devin Funchess treatment.
He's afraid to run, man. I mean, I feel Cam Newton is afraid to get hurt, and
afraid to get hurt. He's obviously also afraid to complete a pass.
Well, you know what's funny is you're right. It looked like he was afraid to complete a pass, but every time I would look at it and I was like, oh, he's not going to do anything. He would throw a pass that was beautiful, on point, right on the money, perfect pass. 15 yards.
I almost disagree with that because even if you look at the deep balls, they were all having to stop to come back to the ball.
They were terrible. He was off. I agree with you, CK. Nothing looked good. It was awful.
I saw a few good passes, all I'm saying.
He was underthrowing all night.
That one pass, all right.
Curtis Samuel could have hauled ass up the field a number of times.
Yep, that was a touchdown.
Cam just didn't put enough wind under the football.
This comes
after halftime. The Curtis Samuel was a touchdown if he'd have put it where it needed to be.
All on Cam. Yeah. All right, you're listening to the C3 Panthers podcast post-game show. Panthers fall to the Bucs at home on Thursday Night Football. We're hanging out in the Vivid Seats studios. I'm blowing out the microphone, obviously. Tony has
7 people in the chat.
Guys,
7
holy moly. This was a terrible loss, and you can, Vince, it's time for you to whatever you call it. I think venting is a conservative term here. Anyway, you can jump into the conversation. The number is 252-228-5098. Let's go to our first call and see what's happening, guys.
Hey, listen, man, this is front seven best in the game, known as Captain Complainer when it comes to WFNZ. But listen to me. This is the second half, dude. The second half. We have 12 or 13 seconds left, and these mofos run the ball. Run the damn ball.
Yeah.
On the second quarter before halftime. This is bull crap, dude. And it's starting to piss me off. I hope he makes the kick. I know we're getting the ball back, but still, we should have done another end zone shot, man. And dude, look, I love Cam, dude. I'm a Cam supporter. I will always support Cam. Cam is my boy. But listen, he needs to start making these throws, man. These dudes, man, if he hits these throws, man, we are up right now, 21-10.
Yep.
Oh, so
That's right.
right. Anyways, man, let's go. Keep pounding. Come on, we got this, baby. Let's go.
Oh,
I feel sorry.
yeah,
for you.
yeah. You know that call was early on in the night.
Oh, I wish I could just bottle him right there and just suspend him in time. In that moment.
And by the way, do y'all remember when Greg Olsen had the bloody nose?
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, and it just looked like a defeated man. How poetic of what our fucking football team is right now. Just bloody nose, tired, nothing going for us at all, man. It's an embarrassment. What's more embarrassing, last year against Pittsburgh or this bullshit? I kind of think it's this.
Oh, God. Is that a real question, Cody?
Yeah.
Well, with that, I mean, if I'm being honest, last year there felt like there was hope even still after that. Yeah, that was an embarrassing defeat, but we're still 6-3. We control our destiny at this point in time. There's still hope that we can do something. Right now, I don't know if there's a Panthers fan out there who thinks next week we're going to win or the week after we're going to win. And hell no, are we going to be sweeping the Falcons or the Saints? I think they're going to easily run over us at this rate.
Greg, let me ask you this question, Greg. Is that last year we were thinking about this, is that, oh, yeah, this downward slide, Cam is hurt, all of this. But we're not hurt right now. You know what I'm saying? We're not on a downward slide. We were at the beginning, and Cam looks worse than when he was hurt.
Yeah.
Man, honestly, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, is there any difference now and when he was actually hurt? Yeah, I guess he can push the ball a little farther, but it doesn't matter if it's in the stands.
Well, I honestly felt a little better last year whenever he was hurt than I do right now. Like,
that is the worst answer.
I didn't think going into this game there was anything that could happen that would make me lose faith in our season.
Right.
During game 2.
God.
Okay.
Well, this is it.
If we lost, it would be like 27-30, like last week, where we were in there, we could do it. Honestly, after I finish this game, I've kind of already lost faith in this season. Now, I'm going to push the Panthers.
Yeah,
it's not over yet. I know this.
Sure.
But in my heart, I'm a little hurt. Like it
a little. Jesus Christ!
So, I was so defeated. I almost
must have a giant heart.
The show tonight,
dude. I didn't want to come home. I had to take a Uber. First of all, I called an Uber at 2 minutes left.
Yeah,
2 minutes left. I called the Uber guys. Like, I didn't want to come home. I wanted just to drive on to Las Vegas and become a blackjack dealer or some shit.
So can I tell you my fear? And Richard's Outdoor World. And by the way, I apologize for my voice. I've been sick for 2 weeks in a row, but there was no way I was going to miss this shit. So I apologize to all the listeners. But Richard's Outdoor World says, could we see Cam pulling Andrew Luck? I'll tell you what, man. My biggest fear.
God!
It's not that.
What a question!
But it's that we have already wasted the prime of Cam Newton's career on terrible offensive line, terrible coaching, terrible help for Cam Newton, and now we have a shot fighter. So even though you have better weapons around him, does it even matter? Does it even matter? I mean, is Cam Newton the next Andrew Luck? That's a legitimate question.
No.
Because right
Oh, my
now,
God.
I don't know that he's going to retire, but it's very possible, and I hope it's not this. But after tonight, after that performance, it's very possible that we have seen the best of Cam Newton. I'm hoping that it's not that, but damn, after that performance,
I gotta have a drink for that one, man.
I know.
How does that not come into your head at least? It has to.
Don't
have
say those words. All right,
You have to entertain the thought that we might have seen the best of Cam Newton.
Hey, real quick, Cody, there's 73 people in the chat and 5 thumbs up.
Yo, hit the thumbs.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Is my microphone that bad still?
73 people.
Is it really that bad? My microphone still? Tell me this, guys. I need to know because I have no idea if my microphone is blowing you guys out or not. But guys, the number is 252-228-5098. It's the C3 Panthers podcast. We're here live every Tuesday night. Smash that thumbs up button. Be a part of the show. Continue in the chat room. And how many calls have we been through? One? Right? Yeah. Just one call. All right, here we go. Here's number 2.
Shout out to Ross.
Yes, Jeremy from Swansboro. I have defended Cam Newton till my face is blue.
I know. I feel the same way, brother.
Good friends about it. And I can't defend him anymore, man. I just don't think I'm going to go ahead and say if Cam Newton will never bring us a Super Bowl. And I'm beginning to think Norv Turner isn't as good as we thought he would be.
It's terrible.
Our line is pretty much garbage. Darrell Williams is out of his element on the left side. And the defense is, I don't know, 3-4 doesn't look very good. We go into prevent when we really shouldn't. I know it's just one of those games. We're making Tampa Bay look like a bunch of daggone Super Bowl contenders. It's going to be a long year. Keep pounding.
Guys, this has nothing to do with our defense. I mean, I wanna say this is that like we're changing to a scheme or this and that. What was it, Cody? What was the final score again? Tell us again.
20-14.
20 points. 20 points, and our offense did squat. They did more than my kids do helping in the yard.
But
we're through 2 games, and Cam Newton doesn't have a touchdown yet.
I was about to say,
more passing.
Think about it this way: our defense has more points this season than Cam Newton has.
Yeah, that's through 2 games, 2 NFL games.
That safety was dope, though, wasn't it? That was the bright spot of our night. That was the only thing that happened that we liked tonight.
Coming out, that was a fumble and a touchdown.
To the caller's credit, I do want to say this: there were, I felt like a lot of the sacks that we did get was based off of blitzes. Like there wasn't really a lot of pressure from the one-on-one matchups. Even the Brian Burns sack, that was on Jameis Winston not throwing the football.
Right.
I mean,
he had like 7 seconds in the pocket. Yeah.
Guys, imagine how bad this would have been if it was a competent football team that we were playing.
But that's what's funny. Last week that happened.
We would have been fine.
Our opponent, every week we played our opponent.
It's so embarrassing.
Let me tell you this: if we would have played a competent football team, we would have been absolutely fine. Except for Cam Newton sucked, guys. We could not move the ball 2 feet. Our defense was fine. I mean, yes, did they suck at times? Surely. Were they it was just the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I cannot believe I have ever in my life said this, is that having Cam Newton on my team was not the coolest thing ever. If we were picking teams, like we were at the courtyard and we're going to pick some offensive defense, like you, Greg, you get to pick red team, I get to pick blue team. Guess who I'm picking every time? Cam Newton. He's going to be on my team. This motherfucker is awesome at athletics. He was terrible at athletics tonight.
Yeah.
He may as well have been a book nerd playing football.
So can I just say this? All 4 of us on the show have come out and said that Cam Newton played like
Oh God! Is Brother Herbert saying we don't criticize him enough? Please tell me say that. Please
okay, so listen, no one, and I see Brandon Herbert is in the chat room. Okay.
Oh my God!
No one.
We're playing it right now.
No one is defending Cam Newton, but damn it, we have to fire Ron Rivera and North fucking Turner, dude. I'm sorry, man.
Why? What do you mean? What that got to do with it?
With both of them. I'm tired of defending Ron Rivera season after season. North Turner is an older version of Mike Shula. And that's the only reason why Turner even brought him in. I don't care if I'm the only one who feels this way. I will die on this hill. Fire Ron Rivera. Fire North Turner.
Why am I dying on the hill? I don't give a shit, man. Let's do it. I'm with you. I'm with you now. You already got me over. It was that bad.
Ron Rivera's been the coach for what, 7 years now?
Yeah.
2011?
The same time as Cam.
He's won 2 Coach of the Year, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I got 3 kids. Hey, Greg, hold on 1 second. Greg, I got 3 kids. So I got Dad of the Year 3. I got Husband of the Year 3 times.
Yeah.
But other than that, my wife is very unhappy. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I like a defensive coach. I don't necessarily want to get rid of Ron. Maybe North Turner, get rid of him. But we didn't pull out any gadget plays, man. We didn't pull out anything sneaky.
No.
We didn't need no gadget plays. Cam couldn't complete a pass.
Very end, exactly. And what happened at the very end? We drove down to the 2-yard line. We finally started using Christian McCaffrey. The whole game we didn't use him. I think Cam got in his head that he could not pass the ball deep, and he wanted to prove the critics wrong. You can do that if you establish Christian McCaffrey first. So that
we couldn't do anything. We couldn't run the ball early. Well, because Cam's CK, we couldn't even rush the ball. Look, they figured us out.
Yeah,
our O-line doesn't know how to block.
And I could have figured this out. It's like, hey, did you not hear that Christian McCaffrey put up like 200,000 yards last week?
Right.
Like, I mean, Jesus Christ. Oh my gosh, this is the most infuriating crap.
For the
a lot of people.
Love bomb. We love you, Susan. You're the Panthers mom. We all love you. So thanks.
Same to front 7, best in the game. Thank you. Here, let's go on to look. I'm sorry. I was at the bar all afternoon, guys. You got to deal with me. It's the C3 Panthers podcast brought to you by CarolinaCatChronicles.com. Post-game show tonight. The number is 252-228-5098. Let's see who's next on the call line.
Look.
Coming back for more.
This is Complainer-in-Chief from WFNZ. Front 7 in the game.
Same call.
Comments. Listen, I'm going to tell you something. No matter what this outcome of this game is, if we win or lose,
came back.
This game is garbage. We should be beating these dudes by way more. Period.
Is this the same call?
Dudes freaking like 50-20 right now. This is ridiculous.
Oh, poor guy.
Insane.
This poor guy. He's going to be here on the call line all night.
North Turner has to go, dude.
He's going to call 12 more times.
People are like,
there you go, Cody.
We don't want Rob Szajewski back. Oh, no, why? Our offense was booming then. I mean, period. We had speed then, and we have speed now. Rob Szajewski is the best offense coordinator for this offense right now. Period. End of story. Our defense just sucked when he was when he was offensive coordinator, period. That's what it was. And Cam has to make his throws. Come on, Cam. Damn, make your throws, baby.
He ain't make no throws.
Right look.
This is all on Cam.
The ball.
I'm
period.
sorry.
He has to for us to win these games until he gets right, period. He has to. All right. Peace. Take it easy. Keep pounding.
Let me tell you this, guys.
I love how he ends it with the keep pounding.
You got to, man.
Yeah, the little
like
hope of optimism. Yeah.
All right, let's.
Turner's bullshit, man.
Bullshit. This has nothing to do with that. All right, next call.
Man, I just want to say Darrell Williams is ass.
Agreed.
So bad.
You're listening to the C3 Panthers podcast. That was it. That was the call.
Hold on. Shout out to John Barrera for the $20 love bomb, man.
Oh, hell yeah. Good for you.
Dropping some love, man.
That's awesome.
And I'm telling you what, I'm already having more fun on this show than watching that football game.
I agree, man.
Yeah.
Guys, I spent so much money at the bar tonight.
Why'd you do that, man? $10 on a bottle. That's all you need to do.
I have Hulu TV, brother. I get Hulu TV, and I'm a cord cutter, and I don't get the NFL Network, except for here.
YouTube TV, Tony. Look it up, man. I'm telling you.
Tony, also.
Give me a free trial. You'll love it.
Reddit.
Let me show. Yes. Let me show you how to use Reddit, my man.
Yes.
You will never use that bullshit.
I tried to show you last year how to use it. I really did. Yeah.
Dude,
Let me tell you this, guys. I expected to watch this. Look, I expected to watch this entirely because I also pay for the game. What is it where you get to watch I guess it's Game Pass, where you get to watch the games afterwards, you know what I'm saying? All that. I pay for that, which when you pay for that, you get access to the NFL Network. So you can watch Thursday night games. So I saddled up to my computer to watch it. It even played it for about 2 minutes. And then it turns out if it's in your region, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Like, so if it would have been Green Bay versus Chicago, I could have watched it on my computer today. So anyway, it doesn't matter. You know what sucked worse than that? Having to go to the bar and hang out with all these people and this was Cam Newton tonight. He was fucking horrendous, guys. We're going to the calls next. The number is 252-228-1598. It's the C3 Panthers podcast postgame show.
Hey guys, Chef Jeff Hodge here, just leaving the fucking game.
So loud.
I don't know what to say. Cam Newton played like fucking trash. Let's just be honest. He played like literal shit. And I'm usually a Cam Newton defender. I'll defend him to the day I die, but when he plays like that, it's kind of hard to defend. Don't want to blame anything from the refs, as you know. Cam Newton did enough to make us lose tonight. But those calls coming down the stretch, the non-call on the pass interference and the fucking McCaffrey not getting the first down, I'm sorry, but the out of bounds is infinite until your body is out of bounds. So when his left foot hit out of bounds, that ball was on the 1 yard line, 1.5 yard line. First down, no questions. I don't know what's going on with our fucking team. Actually, you know what? I know exactly what's going on with our team. North fucking Turner.
Oh, God, Cody, everybody's with you.
Guy or whatever, but he's calling plays from the 90s, and we need plays for the 2020, 2019. I'm pissed off. Chef Jeff calling in. Can't wait to hear you guys discuss the shitty performance tonight. And honestly, they should all be embarrassed. Except for the defense, they should be fucking embarrassed. Cam Newton especially. That was maybe one of his worst games I've ever seen.
It was the worst.
I'll take it off the air.
The worst.
So
the worst game, brother.
Say, imagine you're Cam Newton right now. Not only did you just shit the bed, but you shit the bed on prime time television when there's no other football on, and you were at home. You were at home.
Yeah.
You were at home. And his last press conference, he was saying that we have to treat a home game as sacred. Well, Homer, you're sacrilegious tonight, my man. Because, dude, I mean.
Do you think that Kia Proctor pees on him? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is weird. It's so weird. If I was the biggest D-mug in the room who could do anything, I would not have a game like this tonight. I am really worried. I am really, really worried that this means that Cam Newton may be something weird.
You're caught in the moment.
Sorry. You're right. You're right.
If it means anything,
you're right.
Greg Olsen had his best game since 2017.
Right. Exactly.
Way to go, Greg Olsen.
Way to go, Greg.
His name
Did
Greg.
he not look like he was 75 years old out there on the field?
Dude, he does move so much slower.
That's Joey. Joey is
2 years ago.
Did you see that attempt at the juke He goes, he didn't even move.
Yeah, make that another touchdown. I agree. It's like I said at the beginning of the season, man. He's got great hands, no speed. Dad run.
He has. First of all, I've been saying this since 2014. Is my man runs with snowshoes on the whole time, as he looks like he's got that high knee every time. You're right. Oh, but look, I can't even dump on any player but Cam Newton tonight, and Daryl Worley. Or not Daryl Worley, actually Daryl Williams. Not Daryl. Daryl Worley actually played fantastic for the Oakland Raiders in their win, but Daryl Williams sucked another D. He did get beat a couple of times, but I don't even care about that. I don't care about that. Cam could not make a throw. He couldn't make a throw.
No, I agree. Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you a question. I mean, it may be addressed. When do we start getting worried about Dante Jackson?
Dude, he was terrible. What a great fucking point. He was awful tonight. He was awful. CK, Cody, get in there. That's your boy.
It's kind of like, dude, he never wraps up when he tackles. That's my biggest criticism of him. But I mean, his coverage is, in my opinion, I mean, he has good games and bad games. But, dude, he doesn't wrap up. The dude is 170 pounds soaking wet. I mean, you have to wrap up on a tackle. Even if you're not going to bring him down, let one of your teammates have the opportunity to do it after you slow him down.
CK, it was worse than that, wasn't it? It was worse than that, CK. It was not him not wrapping up. He was not even – those guys were scoring touchdowns in him.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm not
That was his coverage and touchdown, yeah.
Yeah, Bradbury got burned by Evans, but I mean that's to be. I mean, to be fair, there was a lot of plays that I think he was a part of that was positive within the run game. If he didn't try to stop that guy, Peyton Barber, on that one run where he upended him, but he didn't take him down, that could have easily gone for a lot farther. So I mean, he played his part, but with that Godwin touchdown, I mean that was clearly, he looks back like he was expecting somebody else to take him. I'm like, dude, you knew you were the only. That was busted coverage from the get-go with him. He bit on that play action pass like nobody's business, and that's why Godwin was so open. I was just getting a little worried about it. I haven't seen him.
Good point.
Do much, even in the past couple of games, except for a few flashes here or there, but nothing to the level that we were anticipating him being after last year's production in the first half of that season. So.
DJ, that kid 91 in the chat room says, I need a drink after this game. How are you not drinking the entire game is my question.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, my God. You're listening to the C3 Panthers podcast post-game show. You can call into the show. The number's 252-228-5098. Let's go to the next call.
Hey, I realized my last call was probably too profane to even make it on the air, so let me more eloquently state what I was trying to say.
And you're not screaming, too.
I'm really going to miss enjoying C3. I'm really going to miss enjoying the Panthers, but I haven't enjoyed the Panthers in a long, long time. I got way too much more important stuff in my life to deal with. Way too much more important stuff.
That's tough.
So I'm done. I'm absolutely done with this team.
Damn. Good God, that's tough. Next call.
He's in his feelings, man.
Yeah. Wait, man, we're here for you, brother. Don't worry.
If we finish 10-6 or 11-5.
Or if you finish if we finish 0-16, brother, we're here for you. The number's 2-2. I don't even know what the number is anymore.
We pick up Tua?
Good God.
Wait,
that was terrible.
Yes,
0-16, we pick up Tua?
Dude,
no, hell no. He's going to be a bust.
Well, I don't think it's going to be a bust. I think the dude's injury prone. So if Cam Newton's big ass isn't going to be able to hold up behind this offensive line, Tua Tagovailoa damn sure isn't. I mean, we have to fix this offensive line on the left side.
I don't think it's Cam's health, man. That's what I'm worried about.
Well, I mean, listen, he was still underthrowing passes. But
he was also just like throwing them to your moms in Greenville or wherever, like pick a town. It was so out of the range. They were not even close, brother. Like, yeah, he was underthrowing, he was overthrowing. He was, even when he was making the right read, they were like 5 yards off. Every pass was just atrocious, dude.
It was bad. Very bad.
It was ass, dude. Ass. All right, let's see what this next call's got to say.
Swansboro, I cannot believe I stayed up past midnight on a Monday night.
Look, I got to do this fucking show, brother.
Fired and kicked straight in the dick all the way back to where that came from. You got half a yard with the biggest QB in the damn league just sneaked the ball. Jesus, how many times have we seen it over the years? Half a yard, easy to get with Cam Newton. But no, we want to pull some dumbass bullshit on the end of the damn game. Norv, Ron, all these motherfuckers. Shit, something's got to go, man.
Tell me what happened, guys. How about this?
I can't tell you.
Tell me exactly what happened on this play, Cody.
Norv Turner.
No, what was the situation? What was the situation? Tell us, set the situation up. Where were we at? We were in the, on the 5 yard, 2 yard line? Where were we at?
So
it was the 1 yard line.
1.5 yard line.
Yeah, it was like 1.5 yard line.
And it was a yard to gain to get a first down.
Half yard.
And this is with how many seconds left? This is why I'm in the Uber coming home, right?
Yeah. So, and Norv Turner tried to do some Steve Sarkisian jet sweep that we haven't seen all football game. And then he does it at the end of the football game. Instead of running up do McCaffrey up the middle, Cam Newton up the middle, do something different.
To put it in perspective, Tony, they put Cam Newton in the tight end slot.
Yeah.
They did. You're right. Well, here's the thing, though. I'm not going to lie. That play was not a bad play. Christian McCaffrey, if he hadn't cut to the outside and he would just kept going inside, that was a first down.
There was too many white jerseys.
No. If he would have cut to the inside, I'm telling you, he would have made the first down at least. Like, he had a half a yard to gain. Okay? Yeah. When you run to the outside like that, you make it 3.5, 4 yards to gain.
For a first down or for a touchdown?
But it's
both. It was both, right?
It should have cut inside.
You're right. You say that. You're right.
But the play design is supposed to bounce to the outside.
Okay.
So, I mean, if Norv Turner, dude, it's so dumb, man. And how about in the second quarter? It was right the first play.
So you win there. You got a touchdown. So you're telling me this. Please, here, before we get into the rest of the calls, because like I said, you're dealing with me and you got to deal with me. Right, because I've been running this podcast forever, so you got to hang out with me even if I drank too much. But you're trying to tell me that I called an Uber when it was under I really pressed confirm Uber X at 2 minutes, maybe even 1:58. So I get in the car, and you're trying to tell me that the Panthers, who look fucking god awful, got all the way to the 1 yard line?
The 1.5 yard line.
With the help of a personal foul.
Please tell me that. Did Cam get us down there?
Penalties, I think, was more.
See, that's fucked up. We got.
Dude,
oh my God.
The referees.
I don't know where I'm at.
I don't know if I've ever seen a dumber referee performance in my life.
Hey, no.
And I've seen some bad ones.
Hey, he was just showing empathy for the fact that they blew that illegal contact called the couple of plays before that.
Dude, that was just so bad.
He was just making up for the mistakes that they made before. He was just like, you guys, your offensive line looks like a volleyball net in water.
Then I have to say this, guys. I don't think we did not deserve to win this game.
No.
And I hate to say those words because you win games and you lose them. Well, we lost it. Obviously, we didn't deserve to win it because we fucking lost. But, guys, that we're down there on the one you can win. Oh, my gosh. This is terrible.
Yeah. It was that bad.
Well, the good news, Tony, is if this continues, when we go to actually watch the game, we aren't going to be stressing about what's going on with the game. We're just going to be enjoying it,
Sure.
Yeah, we're just going to be sitting down on fucking club level for free because nobody's going to be there. We're just going to keep going. You're listening to C3 Panthers podcast post-game show. Let's see what these guys got to say.
Hi, what's up, CP3 fam? This is Call D.
We're gonna be here all night if the call line is loaded.
I hate to say this, but
87 people in the chat.
I don't see any playoffs in our future.
Playoffs?
I have very low. It ain't happening. I don't see it happening. I mean, come on. 0-2. What? I do have a question. You remember the fans? A lot of people this off season was praising this defense is going to do this. Well,
if you talk shit about the defense, brother, I'm bouncing you.
But the 3-point doesn't seem to be generating.
You're getting bounced. Sorry. You are not talking shit about the defense tonight.
That was a bright spot on this.
You got bounced. I'm sorry. I'm bouncing your call.
By the way, can we have a little love for number 59?
I was going to say that. Yeah.
Luke Kuechly might be the baddest motherfucker alive.
Yeah.
Luke Kuechly is the definition of class and respect. And on a night where our team is an embarrassment to both Carolinas, Luke Kuechly had over 10 tackles. He was the reason why. He was the reason why we had the safety that put us in the game at the very end. Dude, Luke Kuechly is incredible.
Yeah,
and I don't know if we deserve him, man. I don't know if we deserve him.
If you count his assists, oh, sorry, go ahead, Greg.
You're good. So good.
As if we account for his assists as well as his just solo tackles, he was at 17 tonight.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think he had close to 20 tackles tonight. I was talking to Cody last week about Luke Kuechly and the lack thereof, and he made up for it. I take a shot at Luke Kuechly.
I remember
Great
that.
job. Thank you, sir. You proved yourself tonight. I have no doubts ever again in my mind about you, sir. So there we go.
Cheers.
All right, because he did his mojo. Remember last week I asked the question. He almost had that pick. He almost did the same thing last week.
I was about to say that.
And then he licked his gloves and he said, cross him out. He went like this. Last week he goes, and I said it. I was like, what the hell is he doing over there? Because he got up. He almost had the pick. He immediately goes to blow on his gloves, which I thought he was kissing them or licking, but he was licking them. Then he goes crossing routes, shoulders. Tonight, he got it. He is wonderful and amazing, but none of that freaking matters when your ass sucks on the other side of the ball. I mean, gosh, it doesn't matter. You're watching maybe the best defensive player in the league at the moment.
And then does situation with like Cam, like you almost feel like we're squandering, the opportunity for him to be something. A part of something great, and it's depressing.
If we haven't already squandered it.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I think I got to agree with Cody, because when you say we're squandering, that makes it seem like that we are doing something that is making him not succeed. Yeah, he was throwing the ball bad tonight. It was not somebody else. It was not the play calling. It was not the receivers. He was throwing the ball all over the place.
I mean, play calling was bad too, but it was bad.
Yeah, he was bad tonight. I
bad is like not even a good word.
Yeah.
Like, it's like nice. If I was like, oh, this paper is bad. If I told one of my students, like, oh, this paper is bad. Imagine if they turned in a big turd to me. And I was like, oh, this paper is bad. No, it was a giant fucking turd.
So, Cody, with you're still calling, obviously, for Ron's ahead at this point. What about this game where you disappointed? Was it just the challenge for the pass interference?
Oh.
Well, it was okay. It was everything. I feel that Ron Rivera doesn't have control over the football team. Clock management is terrible. Overall game management is terrible. We have a defensive coordinator and an offensive coordinator. So what does Ron Rivera do? Every time they show him on the sideline, the dude has his arms crossed. Might as well just have his hands in his pockets. I don't understand what Ron Rivera does for this football team that is, better than some other coach out there. I mean, what does Ron Rivera do to put this team in an advantageous position to win? I haven't been a believer in Ron Rivera forever he doesn't make adjustments at halftime, we have gone as far as we're going to go with Ron Rivera. I mean, we would have been better by now with under Ron Rivera. We have not had a back-to-back winning season in the NFL, even when we had a prime Cam Newton. How is that not on one, the general managers that we've had for putting terrible offensive linemen and terrible receivers around them, but also the coaching staff has just been absolutely terrible.
Yeah. Well, I hear your point. I hear your point about back-to-back winning seasons, but with Cam Newton, but that's never happened before at all. We've never had back-to-back winning seasons, even
right,
before Cam Newton.
But that's the point, though. Then you had him, and you still didn't do it,
brother. I mean, that sounds cool and all. I would have been with you like 2 weeks ago. But right now, I mean, that's not like, that would be like if I mean, you cannot put the shit on the coaches tonight.
Fuck.
I'm sorry.
I agree.
You cannot put it on the coaches. I don't care. Look, is that you can make fun of me for not seeing the last play and this and that. How about this? If we win this game, I kept saying this all night long. I said this. If we win this game by 1 point, nobody's going to remember it in 10 weeks. Nobody's going to win it in 10 weeks. That's what I kept saying.
So,
except for we didn't. And so, you know what? I am going to remember it for 10 weeks. So before, I wouldn't have given a shit if we won it by 1. But now, we didn't win it by any. And on top of that, Cam Newton was fucking terrible, bro. Like, we could have scored. Like, I don't even know what the game should have been like. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like saying this is like, well, it could have gone a different way. I don't know what it's like an impossibility amount of, like, it's like an infinity amount of possibilities it could have gone if Cam Newton wasn't sucky.
Yeah. It feels like the Bucs gave the bare minimum and they won.
Well, that's kind of how I felt
they gave
last
the
week
bare minimum
as well.
Yeah. I just want to point out Brad Dugan, his comment that this new era of NFL football has passed Ron Rivera by. And that hits the nail on the head to me. I feel Ron Rivera is playing old school football in a different era of the NFL. And I'm constantly having to defend him, and maybe he'll do it. I'm over it, man. I don't care if I'm the only one who believes this. Everybody can tell me I'm wrong.
I'm about to tell you you're wrong. And we're going to go to...
I don't care. I will die on this hill.
Cody.
There is not going to take us.
I'm going to slay you on this hill, Cody.
There is Norv Turner. Come at me, bro.
We're going to physically fight on this hill. My name's Tony Dunn. You're listening to the C3 Panthers podcast. The number's 252-228-5090. We're going to go on to the next call, but I completely disagree with you, Cody. So listen what they got to say.
Is Cam Newton elite? That's what y'all keep telling me.
Oh my God.
Elite. Oh my God.
We're done. Brad did one. Brother Herbert wins.
Pounding my head right now. Cam Newton missed so many wide. And first of all, I don't want to hear any bullshit about his freaking shoulder. His shoulder is fine.
I'm fine with you. I'm with you, brother.
His shoulder is fine. It's bullshit. So stop making some damn excuse. Stop making the play calling may not have been the greatest, because I don't know what they were doing with Chris McCaffrey in the passing game like that. The play calling may not have been the greatest, but it don't matter if the offensive coordinator job is to get players open. If you get players open, fucking make the damn shot. Like, oh my God!
Can't you throw it in the stands?
I mean, yes, I just don't know. And Ron Rivera shouldn't even make the plane ride. That bitch should be fired. Like, we lost to the Buccaneers. You know how embarrassing that is? Like, really embarrassing. The Buccaneers aren't good. Jameis Winston isn't good. And neither are we. We suck.
Yo, we just lost to a team that's going to win 4 games this year, and one of them was us. I'm just saying, like, I'm not trying to talk shit about the Bucs, but they're not a good team either. And apparently,
do you think we lost?
Apparently, we're not a good team either.
Tampa Bay played bad tonight.
Yeah.
And
they shouldn't have won either. Neither one of these teams should have won tonight. They were both.
But they didn't play as bad as we. But like our quarterback was for the first time in the history of the world, our quarterback having Cam Newton was not an asset. It was a disadvantage. He set us backwards tonight. The first time in the history. This is the first time I'm ever saying this on this podcast, and we've been doing it for 6 years. We haven't missed a week, and all of it has been Cam Newton love. Tonight is the first night I'm saying this, dude. He made us worse tonight.
Yeah.
And so, by the way, let's stay on that for a minute, because Richard's Outdoor World has been bringing this up. I have the NFL Network to my right, and Cam Newton's at the podium, and I can't hear what he's saying because I have it muted.
Who cares?
But here we are again, Cam at the podium with this crazy fucking outfit on, man. And listen, I normally don't care, but I never care. I mean, look, dress however you want, do whatever you want. I defend Cam on that. I mean, I don't normally care about this type of shit. But, dude, after you put on that kind of performance and how many games we've lost now, and everyone's going to talk about how dumb he looks tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell are you doing, man? How do you not know how to read the room?
Yeah.
You look like a fucking moron. Yeah. Like a moron.
Look, I listen to the Around the NFL podcast, and they rate everything at a scale of quarterbacks, and they kind of rate Andy Dalton as the middle, so they call it the Dalton scale.
Yeah.
So Newton is definitely below Dalton on the Dalton scale after this game. I think before this he was above the Dalton scale.
Don't ever say that again. I'm about to bounce you from this podcast for saying that. Good God.
Damn. I mean, listen. I said the last time we were on here that whatever job
it hurts
work,
so terrible.
Whatever you do to make a living, when you go to work, you have to prove every day that you're worth your job.
Be good at it.
No matter what you do in your life, you have to prove. You have to earn it.
You said that. You said this 2 nights. These exact words ago. You said it 2 nights ago.
Cam Newton.
Not wrong though.
Cam Newton.
He's consistent.
Has not proved tonight that he is worth the job.
How about this? Richard's Outdoor World says he looks like an old lady. I dressed up like an old lady going to that game. And my question to you guys about this is, you hear about Odell Beckham Jr. wearing that watch. You know what I'm saying? That was going to cost. It was like a $350,000 watch, and he's going to pay. And he's going to pay the fine again. If you had a bad game like this, and you're a superstar player, millionaire player, you had the background of being that Super Bowl press conference where I kind of would just take the fine tonight. I would take the fine. And what I'm saying is this: I would just go home. I wouldn't do no press. Like Cam, he needs to just go home tonight.
That makes
you have to show up.
Yeah, that makes
after that performance.
Looking like you just trashed him for looking like a moron while he showed up. What I'm saying is, would it be better for him to not show up or to show up looking like a moron?
A better decision on not to look like a dumbass,
right?
Or have a winner's outfit and a loser's outfit prepared.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, that's a great idea.
So before we go to the next cat call, Matthew Rankin in the chat poses a question. Is it possible that Cam is dressing that way because he feels like he's being treated like an old woman by the coaching staff?
No.
Don't be you. Be safe.
No. I disagree only because he could not hit his throws. Like, if he would have hit his throws and we'd have lost the game because we didn't scramble, we didn't call aggressive enough plays. I can agree with that, but he was 3-4 yards off from a lot of throws.
Routine shit. And even when it wasn't supposed to hit, Greg.
My dad's a Cam Newton hater, and
Lord.
Quarter, my dad was talking trash about him. I said, just wait, you're gonna see what happens.
Yeah.
No.
By the fourth quarter, I told my dad, I was like, I can't defend him anymore.
It took you that long?
Yeah, same.
Well, maybe halftime, but
God, it was the worst, bro. I've never seen anything like this.
Down to win the game.
Oh my gosh, it was so terrible. So I was thinking, and when you're saying they were off by 3 and 4 yards, some of them were somewhat mildly difficult throws. I don't feel like any of them were difficult, like really difficult throws. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not like he really tried to do something there that was awesome and he just missed it by 4 or 5 yards. No, it was like, hey, I'm trying to hand you the ball over there, but I'm going to throw it to my sister in the stands. Like, it was the dumbest shit I've ever seen. It was the worst. You're listening to the C3 Panthers podcast. There's a ton of calls to go through. I hate this show now.
Hey, guys. This is Matt calling you from New York.
Matt,
I don't know if you're getting to this
go
call.
back. Just close your shit down in New York.
So I will try and stifle my post-game alcohol-infused rage. And in case you get to a Tuesday night, I'll try and sound more level-headed. But, man, I'm down. I'm just down. The offensive line played poorly. Cam played really poorly.
Really?
Defense, maybe I'll see something on a review, a rewatch, but I can't really fault the defense on this. They did some things, special teams. Okay, fine. I don't know what happened to Norv Turner, man. I don't know what happened to the play calling. It's been terrible. It's been not creative, and it's really depressing. And I don't know what's wrong with Cam Newton, but there's something wrong.
It's terrible.
If it's not physical, it's definitely mental. He's in his head.
It's got the yips.
If Cam don't go,
it is.
This team don't go, and it's going to be a long year if this keeps up. And from what we've seen, I think it's going to keep up. I just don't know what the fix is. So anyways, that's it. I guess, David Tepper, career-wise, doesn't take a whole lot of shit, pardon the language. So you worry about the coaching staff. Maybe you want a coaching staff change. I don't know if I'm there yet, but I'm not far off. Anyway,
Cody's gonna wheel his ass right in the front.
Come on into my part of the pool, bro. The water's fine.
So I look forward to hearing that, and maybe with the extra rest, we can manage our way past Arizona in a week and a half. All right, you guys, keep up the good work. Keep coming.
Oh my God! All right, let's just keep going through the calls. I think I got more queued up here.
How's it going, guys? Dan from New York. Just wanted to call. I'm disappointed. I'm speechless, as I'm sure y'all are. We let a Buccaneers team
and drunk
that continuously shot itself in the foot over and over with penalties get the best of us, and I'm pretty furious.
Yeah.
I'm mad about that last play call with direct snap. I'm mad about the referees. I'm mad about the NFL.
I hate football. I'm with you, bro.
First quarter, so even if Cam did make that first down, didn't matter because we couldn't see it from any other angle than really behind him. I think Darrell Williams got blown up. He made Shaq Barrett look like fucking Lawrence Taylor out there. I don't know. My positives that I'd like to say are his fly looked good. He looked reliable. He looked like
he hit the post even, bro.
Especially when he's the only one putting up points in the game.
All of them.
And even though Cam was high and thrown away from everyone, he still was able to throw some deep balls. And
No. All right. Call over on this, guys. Tell me this. Thank you for the call. But Sly put up were there any points other than the defensive safety that Sly didn't put up?
No, it was all him. He's my fantasy quarterback in every league.
He's your quarterback?
Or excuse me, fantasy kicker and everything.
You know, I bet you had more points than Cam Newton tonight.
Probably.
Jesus Christ. All right, so Sly, with all of that, he even thunked the one on the post. Oh, my gosh. All right.
Ken D says to all those saying fire Ron Rivera, who are you going to replace him with? And that's the mindset that has stopped us.
How about Ken D? Let's just replace him with Ken D at this point.
That cannot be the mindset, because they have to be better, don't they? I mean, listen, Ron Rivera.
Luke Kuechly. I mean, pick anybody.
I
Billy.
make this reference all the time. It's like being in an abusive relationship, but you decide to stay in the relationship because you tell yourself, well, you know, I don't want to be alone. I'll never be able to do better. No, you're just making excuses.
I don't think that's fair. At the end of the day, Cody, I don't think it's fair. It's Cam Newton couldn't hit a pass. He just couldn't hit a pass. I'm sorry, he couldn't move the ball down.
Right, okay,
like you could have put in anybody. Pick any other quarterback that we have been yelling sucks worse than Cam Newton for the last 5 years. I mean, you could have put in Colin Kaepernick tonight, and he would have played better than Cam Newton.
Well, all I'm trying to say, though, is that even though, listen, I have no problem putting the game on Cam Newton.
You would have played better than Cam Newton, brother.
We don't know. Listen, we know who Ron Rivera is. Okay, there's a certain discipline that is lacking on the offense from in a lot of other manners, man. You have to fire the coaches.
What do y'all think about that?
Well, here's my thing, Cody, is I get what you're saying to a certain extent, but with Ron Rivera, he doesn't call the offensive plays. He finalizes it, and he says, okay, that's what we're going to do.
Not even in the moment. There is no way they have enough time for him to be like, yes or no.
There's an offensive thing. You can't blame Ron Rivera for that, man. Like, you can only do so much as a coach.
Dude,
there were so many passes tonight. Now, dude, there were so many passes tonight that Cam Newton, if he'd hit that pass where it was supposed to be in stride, that would have been a first down.
If you fire Ron Rivera, Cody, guess who's the head coach?
No, not if you fire Norv Turner too.
I'm telling you, if you fire Ron Rivera, your boy is head coach.
No problem saying Cam Newton lost the football game. But back to what you were saying, do you think that Ron Rivera would even change the play call from Norv Turner?
No, but I don't think you have time. I don't think that's a fair even example.
Giving Norv Turner the full reins on the offense.
Right, and if Norv Turner starts to mess it up, Ron Rivera isn't going to do what the head coach should do.
I don't think I don't think you do that on a play-by-play basis.
Is I'll die on the hill. I'm wrong. I don't mind if I'm the bad guy. I'll play the role. I'm going to die on this hill.
All right.
Rivera.
All right, let's go to the next call then. Let's see what you got.
Hey, guys. It's Kyle from VA. And I have a lot I want to say. Probably can't fit it in 3 minutes, but I'm going to be honest, that's probably the most damn brutal game I've ever watched as a Panthers fan.
I agree. I entirely agree with that statement.
The defense, Polardi, and Joey Fly. Those are the only ones that showed up on offense.
Luke Kuechly, that's it. The safety, that's it.
Got the ass handed to him tonight. Darrell Williams probably should have a job. I mean, every time that Cam Wood hit a big play, to Olsen or Samuel, the next 3 plays, 2 sacks and a knockdown, punt the ball, kick a field goal. I mean, that was a story all night. We got to put the ball in the damn end zone, and that's been a story the past couple years. we get down there and we settle for field goals. It comes to bite us in the ass. We lose these close games. We had no business being in this game. Our offense looked. It was ugly. It was ugly. Cam, be honest, I'm a Cam supporter.
Can I pause at 1 second and ask you guys this? Has the offense ever looked that bad with Cam in the helm? And what I mean by, and also it reminded me of an offense when we had, I don't know, pick one of those non-quarterbacks,
Jimmy
Clausen, Moore, you know what I'm saying? Going back, like in that dead zone of 2 or 3 years, we had nobody that could do anything. That's what it felt like tonight.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, we'll keep going.
I want Cam to be in the black and blue jersey until he decides to hang his beautiful cleats up. But tonight,
that's how I feel.
That wasn't good. He's got to take accountability on his end. The offensive line's got to take accountability on his end. On their end, and the receivers dropping open balls. Man, we got a lot to do on this offense. Our defense is beautiful, but
that was straight.
That offense has got a lot of work to do. As far as North Carolina goes, I don't even know what to say about it. It's just,
I feel like this is kind of a low hanging fruit. It's like kicking somebody in the junk right at the end.
I'll probably call back in later in the week.
Good.
Tuesday's show.
Thank you. Thank you for the call. We'll keep going on this, guys. The idea there. I mean, what's your reaction to the call? Because he brings up so many great points at this point. Where are you guys at?
Cody?
Let's let CK jump in on this one.
All right. He's got his mic muted. You're making him turn on his mic.
You still there, CK?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, guys. My dog's been whimpering. Man, there's just so many things I could say. I just think it was a dumpster fire in offense, and I'm gonna remain optimistic for next week and see what happens with the Cardinals, because if it happens to decline from there, all I'm going to be doing is watching football for fantasy entertainment instead of the drive to want to watch the Panthers win.
And to watch this show. Stressful. Oh, my goodness. This is terrible. All right, look, I think he's coming for part 2.
Hey, guys, Kyle again. I just want to get some things out there just so I'm clear. I'm not writing this season off yet. It's only week 2. We got a long ways to go, and the way our defense is playing, we'll always have a chance. I think our offense can get it together. But right now, all I'm saying is we got a long way to go. A lot farther than we thought when we were in training camp. A lot farther than we thought.
Yep.
Oh, man. I don't even know what to say. I'm at a loss for words, man. This one hurt my brain. That was really hard to watch. That one really hurt. Yeah.
You know what? I mean, this is crude, but imagine if you had a big porn star D. You know what I'm saying? Like you pulled out.
I don't have to imagine it. I'm just saying.
All right, that's fine. Yeah, you pull that out and then you spooge in the first second. You know what I'm saying? That's how terrible this was. It was like, oh no,
she turned around and
nope, not even there. Yeah, she wasn't even watching. She didn't even get to turn the TV on. CK.
Yeah, Cam's shoulder is shot, but the thing between Cam is he needs to learn how to throw like Breeze throws. You need to throw the anticipation. Like, you can throw it deep, 40 yards, but you have to catch the pass, bro. I mean, you got to...
You catch the pass.
Yeah, the second half, right?
No, you didn't catch the pass. Then nobody dropped it, bro. It won't even... Like, I could catch a pass that was in New Zealand if it was here.
Dude, hey guys, I could have played better in Cam tonight.
Yeah.
I guess we just missed some more opportunities.
There's Josh.
You know, and I really genuinely don't know what was worse.
Josh is the biggest.
Our offense or the officiating in this game. Like, truly, honestly.
Oh, Josh was at the game, by the way.
Was he?
What in the fuck?
Oh, that poor motherfucker.
I get it. It's a short week.
Oh, my God. This poor
but this
guy.
is our house. We have that advantage. We don't have to travel.
Is he talking before the game?
This bunch of fucking bums from goddamn Florida.
Poor guy. Oh, my gosh.
What is this? You know,
don't you wish you're a Bills fan now, Josh?
No, we're gonna take this.
You always talk shit about me being a Bills fan.
We ain't taking a damn thing back.
Yeah, we suck.
Because if this is the team that shows up when it comes time to play the Saints or Green Bay or Seattle
or Arizona.
Green Bay and Seattle, I'm pretty sure those are away games. Those aren't going to be easy to win.
God, well, maybe they'd be easier than home games given our record at fucking home.
What in the hell?
God. This is the worst Panthers season ever.
If this doesn't change by week 5, somebody's fired. A couple of somebody.
I gotta agree with him. It's not over yet.
Like,
it's gotta be, I say week 4.
It was a goddamn embarrassment.
Yeah.
And I don't know if maybe it was the whole rain delay threw off everybody's mojo or what.
Everybody's.
But this just.
One man's
might be one of the
mojo.
worst Panther games I've ever seen. And of course, I had to be here in person to see it. What a privilege. What a goddamn privilege.
Oh, my God. What a privilege to have that call for the first. What a privilege. What an ending. Epic ending here. But guys, seriously,
how frustrating must it be for for Curtis Samuel though? You got to think about it. He had 12 targets, and only 4 of them were catchable.
That's what I'm saying. It's Cam.
And he's already 4 feet tall.
It's Cam.
God,
I hate saying it, but it's Cam, man. Like,
I don't think you can even call any coaching into this. Is that like we played like shit tonight? No, we didn't play like shit tonight. Cam Newton played like shit tonight.
So okay,
that's simple.
Let's do a temperature check. Everyone in the chat room and everyone here on the show, do you have any faith in Cam Newton to bounce back from this performance?
I do.
Oh my God! What the hardest fucking question?
I do because here's the thing: for all the bad times he showed a lot more really good times, a lot more passes on target, 100%. A lot more games played well. So I'll give him one bad game. I'll give him that. Even though in the Rams game he didn't play great, but he wasn't bad.
But he wasn't throwing the ball downfield either.
Cody, let me ask you this: Is faith?
You know what? Drew Brees, Jared Goff, and I think one of their major quarterback that throws the ball big time threw the ball 3 times downfield in past 25 yards in week 1. I think there's 2 or 3 more like Ben Roethlisberger and Matt Ryan threw the ball down the field 2 times in week 1. Like, people blow that stat up because Cam Newton has a shoulder surgery. Quarterbacks do not throw the ball down the field more than 20, 25 yards a lot during a game at all. It doesn't happen. But because Cam
But
Newton
they also
surgery,
do throw it 25 yards at times. They also threw it. You know what I'm saying? Like, guys, what do you really, how can you have any faith? Let me ask you this, guys. Seriously, you are science nerds. You guys are comic book nerds, all of this, which, seriously, if faith, what does the word faith mean? Is it mean rational following? Because if your idea is this, do I have faith in Cam Newton because I love him? Yes. But did I see any evidence that suggests tonight that tomorrow is going to be good? Nope. You know what I'm saying? I almost feel like when you say, do you have faith in Cam Newton? It's like, I don't know. I mean, like, there's no
believe
rational evidence right now, is there?
the word faith means
So struggling.
believing in
Struggling.
something in the absence of evidence.
Then I have faith. Then yes, I have faith because there is zero evidence right now.
I would say right now, yeah, there is zero evidence that he is going to quarterback this team
To a first down?
Hold up.
To
Let
a
me amend
touchdown?
Let me amend that real quick. 2017, when Cam came back from the shoulder injury, the first 3 games that he played were bad. They weren't this bad, but they were bad. And he did go on to play a lot better later on down the stretch. Now, do you believe that he'll be able to do the same thing after that performance so early on? I mean, that's a legitimate question.
Greg, I want to ask you this, Greg. Do you think tonight was because he was injured?
No.
Yeah. All right. Answer that. Who cares then, right?
I think he was mentally out of the game tonight. I think he has lost his juju. He has lost his drip.
Somebody put something on.
I don't care. He has lost it, and I think it got in his head about a lot of analysts and critics talking about him not being able to throw the ball down the field. And like I said, if you really go look at it, all the big-name quarterbacks that throw the ball big time only threw it 3 or 4 times down the field more than 20 yards in week 1. And that's not a lot, you know? Like, it really isn't. I think he got it in his head. I think it's all mental for him. He has the physical ability to do it, but I don't know if he can get back there without the mental capability of doing it.
The major problem here is obviously Kia Proctor. She ruined Cam Newton. She broke up with him. And on top of that is, look, do you remember when all that porn shit came out from they called it the fappening or something like that, where they had all those major like not porn stars, they were like famous people. And Aaron Rodgers' girlfriend, she's got, God, what was she?
Olivia Martin. I used to watch her on the back of the show.
And there was the other one too, yeah. And you saw Aaron Rodgers throwing the D at her. He didn't get all shy after she broke up with him and all of that. I'm really upset about this. Kia Proctor messed with Cam Newton. Here's a 7-second call to I don't know what it's going to say, but I bet you it will say the same thing.
C3, this is Algernon from Fort Lauderdale. Fire Darrell Williams right now. Right now.
Yep, same thing. Same words. Next call.
Hey guys, this is DJ the Kid in Raleigh. I don't know what to say about this. This is just frustrating. Like,
embarrassing.
I can't at this point. Sitting here watching this game, seeing how inept the offense was. We acted like Christian McCaffrey wasn't even there in the second half.
Right.
Just defense did all they could. Luke was out there balling, doing all he could, but just how inept this offense is. Offensive line can't block for Cam. Cam is just getting demolished, and then when Cam does throw, he's off. Something's off about Cam. I don't know if it's his confidence, if he's shaking.
He's shook, man. He's shook.
And it's just so inept right now. The play calling, and I've been one of Coach's biggest supporters, but at this point, Coach got to go.
Cody.
Sorry, not sorry. Coach got to go.
Yep.
Him and Eric Williams got to go. Something need to change because we should not be 0-2. Simple and plain. As good as the talent on this team, we should not be 0-2.
Agreed.
100%.
If we lose to Kyler Murray in Arizona next week, Coach better be gone.
Yeah.
Here's my problem with this, guys.
I appreciate you guys.
Thank you so much. Here's my problem with all of that is, like, I don't even care if we're 0-2. We should be able to maybe get a first down, maybe be able to complete a pass, maybe be able to put some points up. Our offense could score a touchdown tonight. And I do think, give the Bucs some credit on this. As they said this, it's fine. Cam Newton, you want to talk shit in your press conference about, you want to ask the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defensive whatever coordinator, if I can throw more than 20 yards, that's exactly what he said. The defensive coordinator said this: fine, we will shut down Christian McCaffrey, we will shut down the run, and your bitch ass is gonna have to throw. And guess what? Cam Newton's bitch ass couldn't throw 5 yards, 2 yards. He couldn't complete a goddamn pass tonight. It was awful.
At the press conference, I have a quote from Cam Newton. He says, "I'm extremely brutally honest with people, and I'm extremely brutally honest with myself. It's time for me to look in the mirror and do some soul searching." So those are the words of Cam Newton in the press conference.
Well, you know what's good news about this is in this previous, he did this 2 years ago. He had the same press conference 2 years ago. And that press conference, which I made a parody video off of, he said, it's time for me to look at the man's in the mirror. So at least he said this time, I'm going to look at myself in the mirror. Because last time he said, I'm going to look at the man's in the mirror. And it was so dramatic and it was terrible. Guys, you need 12 mirrors, Cam Newton. Here's the next call. Oh, go ahead.
I walked downstairs a minute ago, man, and I was going past the TV that was on the game and had the press conference on in the background, and Christian McCaffrey was taking full blame.
Full blame?
Well, of course.
He was taking full blame for the end of the game. He was saying it was his fault. They put the ball in his hands. He should have scored or should have at least got a first down. And I get that's the leader thing to do.
Yeah.
Wasn't your fault.
Yeah, I hear you.
I mean, it
wasn't your fault, man. Like,
I mean, yeah, you're supposed to do that. If Cam did that and he had 300 yards, but guess what? He had like 4 yards tonight. Somebody find out how many passing yards did he have?
So Cam Newton, believe it or not, no, he had over 300.
Shut up.
He had 300.
You're lying.
330 something yards.
Oh my god!
He was like 50% completion percentage, right?
Yeah, I think it was under.
It was
that was the worst 300 yards I've ever seen.
Yeah, the worst 300 yards ever. I mean, it was bad. It was bad, man.
That's like scoring 60 points in an NBA game when you take 75 shots. That's like every Russell.
Or you had like 120 free throws and you had 25 points.
Like next Russell Westbrook game. So,
are we gonna complain about his dink and dunk games anymore now?
I mean, we should. I guess. I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. There is no wrong answer at this point.
All right. Next call.
A.K.A. Simmons, Lock Crawlers. Well, that was one hell of a game to drive 900.
We haven't heard this one, right?
Nope.
You know, I would say in the first half, it was definitely our offense because we definitely didn't fucking show up to play.
It was our whole game.
Pretty damn close to the fourth quarter. And then those calls by the refs, that didn't fucking help us either. You know, McCaffrey should have definitely gotten the first down on that one. He was still technically inbounds. The ball was over the fucking...
you won't win that argument, man.
Me and Josh were sitting there just looking at everything, watching the replay, along with everybody that was there. And we both
poor guy drove all the way from Boston for this shit.
Overturn that shit.
Yeah,
that was bullshit. They both should have been fucking overturned.
Don't worry, none of that matters. Cam Newton should complete a goddamn pass. All right.
Well, I think Cam Newton, the very first drive of the game where they challenged that play where he got the first down, that was a first down. Like, that was a first down. The last play with Christian McCaffrey, that wasn't a first down. Sorry, it wasn't. Like, I love the Panthers, but it wasn't a first down. So
yeah.
All right, next call. You guys cover me while I make a drink because I've been up all night.
Roy, Utah. I'm gonna fucking say it again. Roy, motherfucking Utah. I stay in fucking Utah. I'm a Carolina Panthers fan for 15 years, but this is what I gotta fucking say.
Yeah.
4th and 1. Not even 4th and 1. A half a fucking yard.
Yeah.
And we take our 6'6", 250.
Yeah.
Quarterback Cam Newton, and we don't fucking run a simple QB sneak. A simple QB sneak.
Yeah.
We line him 5 yards back.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That's incompetence.
I agree.
It's incompetence.
I agree. That is on coaching. I'll give you that.
Sick. What so like I'm speechless. Like bro, like I said, 15 years. 15 years. I stay in Utah. I listen to your guys' podcast every week. Every week, and you guys do a damn good job.
Thank you, man.
But I can only defend this shit so much. And I love Cam Newton. Cam Newton's one of my favorite players since 2011.
Yeah.
Before Cam Newton, it was Steve Smith. Period. That's it. End of line. But I can't do this shit anymore because we got too much talent.
Yeah.
And this
Agreed.
is the thing that pisses me off.
Not wrong, man.
I feel this call so much.
FAO bought it. And Terry Poe is. When Gerald fucking McCoy and K-Con fucking Short are just sitting on the sideline getting rest. The fuck is that?
Yep, I said that. I said that.
This is another thing. We are missing Bruce Irvin. Like, his ass needs to come back. We need Bruce Irvin because our defense is just not complete.
Yeah,
Bruce
but I don't think
Let
Bruce
me
Irvin's
know
gonna
what you guys
be the
feel
last
like.
puzzle piece.
Like, I'm speechless. Like, I honestly, like, Glenn is speechless. I'm speechless. I have nothing to say. Get back to me. I'm out.
I mean, if you're Bruce Irvin, do you even want to come back at this point? Oh, it's so bad, man.
No, I agree, man. I feel so bad for anybody calling in because I can't defend anything they're saying. None of them are wrong. None of them are wrong. Like, everything they're saying is right. It's what happened. It's the reason we lost the game. It is so clear and definite why we lost this game. Why can't you fix that? It is so clear what happened. The reason why you lost. Like, this game and last game. Like, fix that problem. And maybe, Cody, you're right. Maybe it is Ron.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, maybe.
Whatever changes have to be made, I do not trust Ron Rivera to make those changes, and I do not trust Norv Turner to make that. Did you guys realize that our defense was playing well at the end of the football game? Just like the caller said, Norv Turner choosing to not use the most dangerous red zone weapon in the NFL. If he does that, we might be celebrating a victory, even in spite of that god-awful performance from Cam Newton.
Yeah.
You do not reward that kind of play call. You fire that. You fire Rivera. You fire Turner. I'll die on the hill, man.
But why was it the defense? Let me ask you this: is that with all of that, we were watching to the end with a chance to win the fucking game with all the mistakes.
Right. It's because you didn't see the last play, Tony. Like, really, I don't mean to.
Yeah, you have to see it.
The last play. We were
That's
literally we could gain a half a yard and get a first down, or a full yard and get a touchdown.
Yes.
We ran a trick play instead of just running Cam Newton up the middle and at least getting the first down for a half.
I don't even know what this means. Yes. Yeah.
You gotta watch.
I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch it. I had to fucking no. I'm not. I already watched the end of my life. I already watched the end of my Cam Newton life. What did I ask you guys in the last show? I asked you this: is what would it take to shake your resolve? Ultimately, about Cam Newton.
This is it.
God.
This game.
It's a performance.
This
like
game.
this.
Less than 50% completion percentage and no touchdowns through 2 games. That shakes my confidence with him.
All right.
By the way,
Callers.
Shout out to that caller, man.
You ready?
That's my favorite call so far.
All right. Well, here comes part 2.
This is Glenn from Roy, Utah again. I'm not fucking done yet. I'm not saying we need to get rid of Ron Rivera. I'm not saying that.
I like
yet,
his
but
moxie,
Norv
man.
Turner, he's got to go. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Turner
He's
has
got to fucking get the fuck out of Carolina.
Yeah.
He needs to get the fuck out of Carolina.
Damn.
I'm pissed. I'm salty. This ruined my whole week. Like, I I was looking so forward to this season. This is just going to be one of those magical seasons. And when I say magical, I mean magical. We got too much talent. We have too much talent, and this shit breaks my fucking heart.
I feel you, man.
I'm a Carolina fan. And this shit breaks my fucking heart. Like, this shit pisses me off. I almost broke my 60-inch TV because of how pissed off I am.
Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
Don't be that dude on Twitter.
Down by McCaffrey, if you want me to be honest, I feel like the Carolina Panthers, ever since, and I love Eric Reed. Like, I love everything that he stands for, but ever since, like, look at how many random drug tests he gets on the daily. He's being, I feel like Carolina Panthers is being blackballed by the NFL.
That has nothing to do with the game.
Let me know, because I just don't, like, shit, this don't make sense.
It's the same as the New Orleans putting bad juju on us.
Right. That has nothing to do with the game. Like, I get what he's saying, but
all right, let's go to the next call.
What's up, man? It's T Money.
Poor T Money.
I want to say, man,
my man, straight facts. He's about to drop it.
And the flaws that we have, we don't do anything to fucking help them. I mean, we have Daryl Williams. He keep on getting beat. You never help him. You never send a tight end, a running back, nothing over there to help him. I mean, if Cam's shoulder or his foot is still messed up, just tell us that so we can temper our expectations.
Amen.
But for him to not want to run, choose not to run,
not be able to run,
doing nothing. How many different Cam Newton 4-for-1 plays have we seen? We've seen the over the top. We've seen the regular quarterback sneak. He just gonna run through people. We've seen the bootleg work 150 times where he takes it to the running back, rolls out and throws it, and either has an option to run or to throw it to Greg Olsen. We've seen that work 150 times. I mean, it just makes no sense that at the end of the game, you put the ball in the hands of your 5'11", 210-pound running back, running on a reverse stretch play all the way outside, and it doesn't make sense. I don't know if it's Ron, I don't know if it's North, I don't know if it's Cam, I don't know who it is at this point, but it's just getting old.
It's all of them.
It's getting really old.
CK, what you got on that?
Just tired.
Tired. All right. Next call. Let's get this show over with. Next call. There's like 4 more.
I just want to say Daryl Williams is not a left tackle. Ron Rivera is not a head coach. Nerve Tun is not an offensive coordinator.
Here's your best call right here.
What is going on, man? It's like Super Bowl 50, man. Shaquille Barrett was looking like Von Miller out there. Can Armor not block? Can we have him for protection and slide him over? Can we roll Cam out? Can we move the pocket? Like, can we do something creative? You know what I'm saying? Instead of the same thing coming from the edge. Untouched the whole game. Makes no sense.
Great call. Fantastic call.
Love the podcast.
Fantastic call right now. Next call.
Man.
Hey, you know what? I watched the last game in person. You know, I felt much better about that win.
Well, next call. Maybe he comes back.
Look, I was in elementary school, then eventually middle school through Jake alone. It was amazing. I loved it. Then we drafted Cam, and then I entered some of the best times of my life.
Got laid.
You know, I met my fiance in 2013.
Yeah, see? Told you.
This has been some of the best times of my life, and Cam has happened to step through all of that.
Yeah.
And it's been amazing, but something feels off.
Now he watches.
One of the first games I bonded with my fiance's dad with was when Luke had like 25 tackles in a game.
Come back for next.
And that was amazing. And
yeah, it was totally. But guess what we didn't do is bond with our father-in-laws over Cam Newton's performance tonight. That's for sure.
Nope.
Cody, I'm with you, baby. Norv's got to go. I like Ron just because of the defense. But Norv Turner has to go. Period.
Has
In the
to
story. This is front seven best of the game. Noah's complainer in chief on WFNZ. So, Cody, I'm with you. But,
Thanks, man.
Tony, I'm fucked up.
Me too.
I'm getting
Me
jacked
too,
up
brother.
tonight, just like you.
Me too.
But listen, you're wrong.
How am I
Norv's
wrong?
gotta go.
What did I
I
do?
know Cam's got to make his throws, but Norv called some booty calls, man. Some booty calls, man. Booty calls.
Cam didn't make shit. He couldn't even throw it to your mama, yo.
Or something. He got STD. That's what he got. That's what he
Sorry.
got, period.
Not
Booty
in.
calls, they're booty calls, he got STD. He needs to go to the daggum health department, get it fixed. He needs to get the heck out of Carolina, period. In the story. Our defense will be fine.
All right. Greg, you keep telling me this. You told me this is I missed the last play and I don't understand the game. I watched this game, I'm telling you, all the way to like a minute and 48 seconds where I also just pressed the Uber and the mug showed up like a magical. Like he was like, poof, I'm there. I thought I was definitely going to be hanging out at the bar for another 15 minutes. It was already late as shit. And we sucked a D the whole night. So, yes, we're down there. And obviously, from what you have told me, Norv Turner called some ridiculous shit. But in his defense, I haven't even seen it. Do you really, after tonight and all the shit, put all the fucking marbles on Cam Newton?
No. I would say it's probably 70-30 Cam and Norv, to be honest with you. Because, like, the plays had to be called right. But Cam Newton, had you made
a couple of throws, a couple more,
you missed. The game's different. Like,
Can I just take a second to put something into context here?
Yeah.
So, for example, Cam Newton was missing a lot, but he was missing those boundary
It's like the
throws
most underestimated shit I've ever heard. He missed a lot.
He was missing these throws to the boundary, to the out of bounds line. But if you notice, when they started calling those in-cutting routes to the center of the field, to Greg Olsen towards the end of the game, Cam Newton started to turn it on a little bit, and then the offensive line failed him. Part of the job of the coordinator is if you know that your quarterback is struggling, you try and help him out. Norv Turner, Cam Newton lost the game. I have no problem saying it. Norv Turner didn't do shit to help his failing quarterback. That's the point. A coach is the leader of the football team. You have to adjust. Neither Ron Rivera or Norv Turner can do it.
Well, there's only one thing I have to say about that, and is when you're a coordinator or a coach, you can only do so much. You can call the right play. That doesn't mean they're going to execute it right.
Right, but
that's my thing.
What if you called a run and somebody made a sandwich?
Right, exactly.
He's like, I'm going to go eat a vegan fucking casserole next.
But
that's what I felt it was like tonight.
Greg, if you know that your quarterback is struggling on a specific kind of throw, you're not going to continue to call those same types of plays, though, are you?
No.
That's my only point. That's my only point.
You can say that, but then they came down to the end of the game where the quarterback's been struggling all game on everything, and they call a run, and that run doesn't work out.
Right.
And now we blame the coordinator for that, but he's doing what he's supposed to do because the throws weren't working, so he called something different. And it didn't work out.
The water boy could have brought the water faster. I think, it is. And Cam did not execute at all in this game. He just did not execute anything. And I think that's unfair. But it's like that's like saying, I don't know. It would be like saying you're a bad driver and your brakes didn't work. And you smashed into the person in front of you. But anyway, I think this may be the last call of the night, and then we'll do some parting thoughts because it is 2:00 in the fucking morning.
Yeah, it is.
Look, this is front seven best in the game.
Look, it's like his 12th call. This may be his 12th call.
We need to bring Dabo Sweeney over.
This is Kurt. He's like, he listens. You know, he listens to the show.
To the Carolina Panthers. He's going to stay in the South. He can come over here. You know, it'd be easy. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I have a plot to this. You know, I have a certain design.
Right.
You know, I have a bias. I'm a Hills fan, so I want Dabo Swinney to leave so we can go ahead and take over the ACC.
All right. I'm ending that. I'm ending it right now. Sorry. It's late. Let me, guys, tell me this. Cody, you continue to say this. It's time. What do you think? All right. You wake up. You're David Tepper tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're Ron Rivera right now. And I will argue in defense of our coaching staff, and not defense. That's not the word. I'm not defending anybody. String them all up. I'm kind of with you. Give me the pitchfork. Even if we're wrong, I might sacrifice some people. But the short week does suck a big one.
Yeah.
And guys, we were just doing the post game, Cody, at your house. I feel like yesterday. You know what I'm saying? It was like so close. We were at the game. I was exhausted, and I was just watching the shit. You know, and we didn't have a lot of time to get the show on Tuesday. We kind of rushed it together. It is compact here, but I don't care about any of that. Defense was great tonight. Not great, very good. And Cam Newton was very, very bad. It's the very simple story. There is don't give me the coach. Don't give me Norv. And yes, the last play could have eked us out. How about this? You win that game, and I did say this to somebody at the bar, was if we win this game somehow and we got the ball back and I thought we were going to do it and we didn't, and you're like 10 weeks later, it doesn't matter if we win by 1. But tonight, losing by any really means something, is my point. You know what I'm saying? Like a W. Yeah. You can win. I don't care how you win. That's fine. But how you lose also means something. And losing tonight, the way that Cam Newton played, how can you really have any optimism for next week? Yeah. Or any team? It don't matter who we're playing.
Well, I want to ask CK, man, what do you think? Like, would you rather have the win tonight and if we would have scored tonight and won, Cody or CK, would you feel good about that? Like, would you feel good about that win, or would you feel like we kind of backed into that one?
We're spooged on that hooker's tummy by accident right away.
I'll keep mine short and simple. We didn't deserve to win, so no. I'm happy. So I'm happy that we didn't win because we didn't deserve it. And I'm also happy that it exposed that Norv Turner is an older version of Mike Shue. So that's my answer to that. CK, what about you, man?
Yeah. Obviously, the only thing that a win would have done was just keep my hopes for the remainder of the season, thinking things will get better. And so
shit, this is deep right here.
Is the anxiety that comes with having a team perform. Like, I cannot tell you how much anxiety I had during the 15-1 season. Like, it was so much worse, you know? Yeah. So now that, you know, we don't, I mean, I almost kind of feel relieved, but not in a good way, but
it's like CK deals better with the 2010 Panthers than he did with the 2015.
Huh. And you know what it is? You know what it is? Tony, you're a professor, man. It's whenever you get your class assignments and you found out that you have the cool teacher that doesn't give all the homework. That's the way we feel right now. We don't have to worry about homework. We don't have to worry about getting A's. We just got to cruise through the rest of the season.
We might get a couple of good days, a couple of good days that you showed up to class. The professor even canceled it. You know what I'm saying? The one day you came to class and you're like, oh, I'm working to get hard to get class. And then the professor has the we're not meeting today sign up there. And you're like, hell yeah, I tried. Cody, CK, the point that worries me about this is I said the same kind of sort of shit to Cody when I showed up to his house, and I said I'm nervous because I think we're good. You know, it was the thought of actually being good made me more nervous than not giving a shit that we suck.
I agree. If we suck, Here's the thing: if we suck, the defense is like when we have to deal with people trash talking. Now,
Brian Burns is amazing, by the way. Can we say that Brian Burns could be like a top player in the NFL like next week?
I am thoroughly happy with our pick with him. I have no quarrel with that whatsoever. I think the biggest thing is that they're going to look at his sack as being a positive. The fact that we didn't get Jameis Winston 5 seconds earlier than that is a problem. But
yes, you're right about that. That was like the longest sack, was it not? And you would argue, if you were a Buccaneers fan, that is Jameis that's problematic there. It's like, it's 12 fucking seconds, bro. Like, you can't blame it on the offensive line at that point.
Well, look, the best part about tonight is that I don't have to go to work tomorrow. Because
I have to be at work.
Explain myself. Man. I don't have to talk to anybody about the Panthers game. I am off for the next 3 days, and I have to explain to nobody what happened. And by the time I get back to work, the Panthers game will be forgotten.
I'm ending the show on this note. On that note right there. All right, this is the C3 Panthers podcast post-game show. The worst post-game show in the history of this show. That's what this is.
Oh, I'm part of that.
Yeah, you're welcome. Whoever did that noise, awesome. And I hope it was a donation because it's completely given to mental health at this point. That's any donation right now saves a life of a Panther fan. That's how I feel. Look, another one. I don't know. Maybe they're not even donations, but keep pinging the ping button, Cody, over there. All right, this is a C3 Panthers podcast. We're closing it, man. The number's 252-228-5098. You can give us a couple of calls for next Tuesday if we even have a podcast after this. Oh, Cody, it's so bad I want to close the podcast down after 6 years, and we haven't missed a day. We will not close it. I will come to your ass.
I'm not going to let you.
Thank you.
I'll drag your ass.
I'm right there with you.
Over to my house. We are not ending shit. Listen, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to actually attempt to leave it on something of a positive note.
Shut the fuck up. How is that possible?
So, the next few quarterbacks that we're going to face are Kyler Murray, brand new. Deshaun Watson, that's tough. Whoever the backup is.
That's super tough.
Whoever the backup for Jacksonville is. Jameis Winston in London and Jimmy Garoppolo. If we are not able to pull something out of that, which none of us feel that we're going to, but if we're not able to pull something out of that, man, we might be closer to a full-on rebuild than we ever thought imaginable.
Yeah.
So we have to turn it on, man. No one believes in us. We're the underdogs. Ron Rivera loves that bullshit. So do your underdog bullshit and turn it on.
Yeah.
CK, I know you're tired, so you go.
What is the question?
Tell them
your final thoughts.
And then get the hell out of here. Tell them where they can find you, and then get the heck out of here.
Man, final thoughts is, as funny as it is, I was just happy to see Greg get over the century mark, even though it was a.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. There you go. You too. And DJ Moore is having a quietly productive, season so far. So we'll see what happens with that. But other than that, man, I'm relieved, but at the same time optimistic. Oddly enough, so we'll see what happens next week.
Greg, you've gotten a lot of feedback. First of all, there are certain personalities in life that people open and warm to. Turns out Greg's one of those. Greg, they share with Greg. They're sharers.
I appreciate.
Share with us, Greg.
I feel like last week I was speaking as though there was no way that we would lose this game, and I looked past this opponent, and I feel bad about that now, even though I wasn't playing. I had nothing to do with it. But my entire aspect of the season has changed, and I don't know what to think. But I almost feel relieved that I'm not worried about what's going to happen, because I don't feel like we're going to do very great. in the future.
That is the fucking truth. We do not feel that. We used to feel that way, but now we no longer feel like we could. You said kind of like, it's like kind of great. Like, we don't even need to be great. It's like, can we just, I do not feel like we could even be maybe great.
All right. Well, if you set the bar low, then everything is great. You know, you got to set the bar very low.
I got you.
And I think after tonight, we can definitely set the bar low. I am, I guess, excited to see what happens in the future because I'm a Panthers fan, but I'm not very optimistic. So, for signing out, you can find me at the Bat52 on Twitter or at SCS Podcast 1 on Twitter.
It works. His podcast works, while the Panthers do not work. If you want to know my final thoughts on this, is that the Panthers fucking were terrible tonight, and it all starts with Cam Newton. I've never in my life thought I would ever say this. Ever. It was so bad, guys. I don't know how we go forward. And it took us, how many hours we've been doing the show? We've already been up here for over 2 hours.
I'd say over 2, yeah.
People are calling. We're live, and nobody has said this. It's a primetime game, and we stink. We stink I never want to play a primetime Thursday night game again. Number one, because we stink. Number two, my ass has got to stay up till 2:15 to do y'all's calls, y'all's opinions, because I love you. Because we love you, and you love us. We'll see you on Tuesday night. Check you later.
Check you later.
And if I gotta find the end button on all this shit. I'm so pissed. I don't even want to just go to bed.
Looking for a fun way to win up to 25 times your money this basketball season? Test your skills on Prize Picks, the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projected stats, and place your entry. You could turn $10 into $250. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/fan and use code FAN. That's code FAN at prizepicks.com/fan.
Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.